Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at AI.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, specifically how it's going to totally change the way we think.
It really is incredible to think about all the potential there.
So you sent me this research on System Zero,
Yeah.
and honestly, this stuff is straight out of sci-fi.
It really is.
Like for real. So we're diving deep into AI's next frontier, System Zero and the future of human thought. It's from Nature Human Behavior.
Oh, great journal.
I know, right? And it just came out yesterday, October 22nd, 2024.
Fresh off the presses.
Okay, so instead of spending a ton of time on System 1 and System 2 thinking,
Yep.
which everyone probably already knows about,
Right.
let's just jump right into System 0.
Okay, sounds good.
It's described as an external cognitive support system
Okay.
powered by AI. So imagine it's like having an external hard drive for your brain that can process just insane amounts of information.
I mean, that's the idea, right?
That's even possible.
Yeah, well, I mean, the article, it makes this comparison.
Okay.
Think of AI as your super smart research assistant,
Okay. I like that.
right? They gather all this info you need,
Yeah.
organize it,
Yeah.
analyze it, all that.
Yeah.
But here's the key. They don't actually understand the information.
Oh, interesting. So they're doing all this work, but we're the ones who...
Exactly. We make meaning of it. We provide the context, the aha moments.
We're still the ones driving.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We're using those AI insights
Okay.
to make the decisions. Think about what we could do with that
Right. How would this change problem solving?
in every field, really.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So scientific research,
Absolutely.
analyzing the stock
Absolutely.
market,
Yeah.
or even
Or social problems, all the big societal issues.
yeah.
The article talks about all that. It's like System Zero can unlock solutions
Yeah.
that our brains couldn't handle on their own.
Okay, now I have to play devil's advocate for a sec.
Sure.
This all sounds amazing. But is there a risk of becoming too reliant on it? What if we just stop thinking for ourselves?
Yeah, right. Everyone's asking that. And
Yeah.
the article, it does talk about the downsides. If we're not careful, we could become so dependent on System Zero
Right.
that we lose our ability to think for ourselves.
Yeah.
Critical thinking, creativity, all that.
Coming with our own ideas.
Exactly. It's like some people who rely on GPS for every single trip,
Oh, yeah.
even if they know the way. And
Oh,
then
they lose their sense of direction.
exactly. We got to make sure we're using System Zero as a tool
Yeah.
to make us better thinkers, not to replace our thinking.
Okay, so how do we make sure we're using it responsibly? Because this feels like a huge
It is big.
shift, in how our brains work.
Right. I think the article suggests we got to understand how System Zero works. We need to know its limits,
Okay.
so we can interpret the information it gives us,
Yeah.
not just blindly accept everything.
It's like becoming AI literate, right? It's
Yeah, exactly. We had to learn to navigate the internet.
yeah.
Now we got to learn to navigate this new way of thinking.
And I mean, who knows what other possibilities this opens up?
Oh, yeah, there's so much potential there.
What if this is AI becoming a part of our minds?
Whoa.
Could we be on the verge of something totally new?
Yeah,
Some
right.
kind of hybrid intelligence.
Combining the best of us and AI.
This is blowing my mind. But before we get too ahead of ourselves.
Right. Okay, so we've talked about AI as this extension of our minds.
Right.
But what about the impact on our own self-awareness?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point. I didn't even
The article brings up this question.
Yeah.
Can AI ever really truly understand our thoughts and feelings?
Whoa, yeah. If AI is becoming a part of our minds, that brings up some pretty deep questions. What does that mean for who we are?
Exactly.
If AI can analyze our inner world.
Yeah, it's is that even possible? It's a tough one. It points out that, introspection, that ability to think about our own thoughts, feelings, that's something only humans do.
Right.
But now we're seeing these AI systems that can analyze our behavior,
Oh, wow.
even just our online activity, to figure out stuff about our mental states.
Okay, that is both amazing and a little creepy.
Right.
It's one thing to have AI solving problems out in the world,
Yeah.
but getting inside our heads,
Yeah.
that feels different.
It does.
Are we crossing some kind of line here?
I think a lot of people are wondering that. It brings up so many ethical questions.
Oh, for sure.
Imagine an AI system telling you you're feeling anxious
Yeah.
or you're depressed. Do you believe it? Can AI really understand what it's like to be human?
Okay, so now I'm really picturing us like right on the edge of like a whole new understanding of what it means to be human.
It's a big shift.
If AI can get inside our heads, does that change how we see ourselves?
Yeah. Does it blur the lines between human and machine?
Yeah.
Those are big questions. And honestly, we don't have all the answers yet. But this relationship between AI and us, it's changing so fast. And we have to be part of that conversation.
Absolutely.
Making sure AI is developed ethically, you know?
Yeah, it's so easy to get caught up in, like, the shiny new tech. But we can't forget about what could go wrong, right?
Exactly. We got to make sure AI is making our lives better.
Yeah.
Not taking away what makes us human.
Okay, so I'm hearing you say there's hope here.
Oh, yeah. The article talks about some amazing opportunities with System Zero.
Okay, good. So tell me more about those. What are like the positive changes?
Well, think about all that power AI has. All that processing power. The article talks about how System Zero could help solve huge problems. Advancements in medicine, figuring out climate change.
Yeah.
Maybe even new forms of energy.
Like clean energy.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, but how do we make sure we're using this power the right way?
Right. The article, it recommends some things like ethical guidelines for how AI is developed and transparency, being able to see how it works and hold it accountable.
So we can't just blindly trust it.
Exactly, no matter how smart it gets. And there's this idea of digital literacy, like helping people understand how to interact with AI.
So it's not just about like building AI the right way. It's also about educating ourselves, right?
Learning how to use these systems
to be like smart users.
Yeah, exactly. It's about being active participants in this new world.
I like that. Active participants. That's a good way to put it, right?
It is, yeah.
It's not just about watching AI happen. We're actually shaping how it happens and how it affects us.
Yeah, we're in this together, for sure. And that's why, like, talking about it is so important.
Yeah, I agree.
We need the knowledge and those critical thinking skills to deal with all this.
Okay, so let's take a minute to recap what we've talked about.
Okay.
We started with System Zero, this idea of AI as an extension of our minds.
Right.
We talked about how it could change problem solving, like in every field imaginable.
Yeah.
But we also talked about, like, the risks, like becoming too dependent on it, the need for transparency and accountability, and most importantly, like, our own responsibility. We can't just sit back and let AI happen to us. We got to be involved, Be informed, be active in shaping how this all plays out.
So this brings us to a final question to the article. Like, if System Zero really does become part of us, does that mean we're becoming something new?
I was just going to say, that question has been in my head this whole time. Are we, like, evolving into some kind of hybrid intelligence?
Yeah, are we? It's a pretty crazy thought. Like, are we seeing the beginning of a new intelligence?
Combining like human ingenuity with the power of AI.
Exactly. And then what does that mean for like consciousness, creativity? What does it even mean to be human anymore?
Whoa. Okay, my mind is officially blown. This isn't just like theory anymore, right? This is really happening.
Yeah, it's happening right now. And it's exciting, for sure.
But also a little scary, to be honest.
I get that. It's like we're going into this totally unknown territory.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a new frontier. And like with any new frontier, it's up to us to explore it carefully, right? To figure out where we're going.
So where do we even start?
Well, I think the article says it best. The first step is just like keep asking these questions.
Okay, yeah.
Keep exploring, keep pushing for AI to be developed and used ethically, and keep talking about it. We can't just sit back and watch.
Right.
We've got to be a part of this.
Yeah, I love that. It's like we all have a responsibility here.
We do.
We can't just wait and see what happens. We got to be informed, be engaged, and be ready to like help shape this whole thing.
That's what this deep dive is all about, right? It's about giving us the knowledge and like the critical thinking skills to navigate this whole new world.
So for everyone listening out there, we want to know, what do you think? What role do you want AI to play in your life? How do we make sure we're using these tools responsibly?
Yeah, the future of how we think is kind of in our hands, really.
Let's make sure we make good choices.
Keep those minds curious and keep those deep dives coming.
Until next time, everyone.